You don't know where the other hand is at. Like, sure, I got my license right here. Right? Okay, cool, let me get that. Here, let me get those. Everybody talks about driver side, passenger side approach. So real quick, I'm really of the opinion that there is no universally absolute best accepted practice. I think both style of approach really has their pros and their cons. But just real quick, no matter what side of the debate that you're on, which side's better than the other, there are some key factors that apply to both sides of the vehicle. And so let's look at what the research found. Whenever we approach the driver's side, it is best not to go beyond the B pillar. If I'm going beyond the B pillar, I'm really placing myself in a window of, or say, a bad position or a window of a tactical disadvantage. I'm going to stay slightly past the B pillar. I'm going to be plating the vehicle or plating the threat. This gives me a good balance between assessing the vehicle, assessing what's inside, being able to maintain somewhat of a visual over where the hands are, because remember, hands kill. If I can see the hands, there's nothing in the hands, feeling pretty good. It's only when the hands start to disappear is when we really start having little red flag indicators. I can give good verbal communication still, and the key concept that the research pointed out was that in this position, once I identify a threat, I can immediately get off the X and get to a safer location in order to deploy the appropriate weapon to defend myself. So one of the key concepts that I really liked was they found that once we start getting even at the B pillar at a 90 or at a 45, while this is still an acceptable position, what happens is it takes us longer to get off the X and get to a safe area. And that's really what we're really trying to push, is let's find a good balance between engaging verbally with the driver, maintaining verbal control of the interaction, keeping the hands on the steering wheel until we're ready for them to reach or get something that we've asked for, but also that balance of, if once a weapon is being used against us or we detect danger, we've got to immediately get off the X and get to a safe area, which is going to be back in here, either behind the car or maybe behind your patrol car, one of the two. Now, of course, we've heard so many great things about a passenger side approach. And once again, we're not taking into consideration environmental factors. The key concept that we're talking about is, one, to visually assess the threat or the risk inside of a vehicle, and once a threat is identified, relocating ourselves or tactically repositioning ourselves to an area that gives us a tactical advantage over the driver or the threat inside the vehicle. So once again, the research pointed out that stopping short of the B pillar, positioning ourselves, assessing what we have in the vehicle, gives us a good balance between identifying a risk and getting back to an area of safety for us to deploy our defense or our firearm. Here, in this position, no go. Sure, I got my license right here. Oh, yes, sir, officer. My driver's license is right here in the door pocket. Here, let me get those. Yes, sir, officer. My driver's license is right here in the console. I'm just reaching. You want me to get my driver's license, correct? Okay, cool. Let me get that. So one of the worst positions that you can be in, whether driver's side or passenger side, is past the B pillar, basically plating either the driver or the front passenger. That's definitely a no-go.